Hello, my dear listeners. My name is Kishore Ganesh, and in this episode of the Vocal About Visuals podcast, I'll be reviewing the Malayalam hit suspense thriller Abraham Ozler, starring Jayaram, Arya Salim, Saiju Kurup, Senthil Krishna, Anaswara Rajan, and others, with a special cameo appearance by Mammooty, of whom I have no qualms in saying this, have become a fan of starting as late as 2018. The man straight up killing it right now. Now, I wanted to watch Ozler on the big screen when it released at the beginning of this year, but owing to a number of reasons, I couldn't. So when I received a notification on Hotstar that Ozler would be out on March 21st, I immediately went about setting up that notification, and come the 22nd, devoured it. And I should say, it was a wise decision. Jayaram, who has been repeatedly wasted in Telugu cinema, is back on home turf, portraying the lead role of Abraham Ozler, a depressed assistant commissioner of police, who was plunged into said depression after the abduction and murder of his wife and daughter. As with most good Malayalam movies, the biggest strength of this film also is the writing, courtesy of Senthil Krishna, who has written a detailed police procedural that adds the necessary tiny details that make any story feel authentic. Like, for example, when one character compares himself, a millennial software professional, with the new Gen Z workers who have learned to code on Salesforce rather than like himself who has quote-unquote played on C and Python. This was especially enjoyable for me because as a non-tech person who was only recently trying to learn about the product offerings of Salesforce, the company, I came to know about this tidbit just earlier this month, and to see that mentioned in a film was impressive and made me smile. There is a lot of quote-unquote travel involved in the investigation process in this film, and the hero, aka Ozler, is not invincible, nor is he the sharpest person in this entire universe, like say a Sherlock is. This is an intelligent police officer who's doing an investigation with earnestness, and is not someone who is all-knowing like a Sherlock Holmes would be. And that journey through the investigative process that this film takes us on is entertaining and slick. There is enough meat here to warrant the runtime, which do not make me feel that things have been just tagged on to stretch the duration. Another impressive piece of detailing is all the medical jargon owing to this film taking place in the medical space. From tablet names to quotes to medical procedures. It's these details that add to the excitement of the script and pull you into the film. Deeply satisfying. Coming to the performances, Jayaram as Ozler, the hurt and depressed yet brilliant cop, shines throughout the film. Well, till Mammooty shows up. At this point, Jayaram takes a breather so that the entire film can show its respect and recognize the legend in their midst. Mammootty is spectacular and swaggy, and I have to say that his cameo is incorporated so organically and brilliantly into the script that it acts as a crescendo to the proceedings. Again, can't stop raving about the writing. The writing even has space to make the supporting characters to Jayaram feel like they're contributing to the investigation, even if most of the answers do end up coming from Jayaram himself. The performances, the universe building, the detailing are all top-notch, making Ozler a worthy watch during this long weekend, or for that matter, any other long weekend that you might fancy catching a mystery thriller. Once again, my name is Kishore Ganesh. This is the Vocal About Visuals podcast, and thank you, my dear listeners, for your time and for listening. Please do give this podcast a follow on your preferred podcast platforms and on YouTube. If it's not too much trouble, kindly do leave a review or a comment, because that helps this podcast tremendously. For those who are celebrating Easter, a very, very, very happy Easter. And to everyone else, have a great and splendid weekend ahead. Thank you.